Well, this is a puzzling manifestation of the culture wars in France, and I can't honestly get to the bottom of this, but this is a statue of Victor Hugo, who was white Caucasian, as far as I understand it, sculpted in 2003 by, and I might pronounce this incorrectly, Ousmane Sow, the late
this is a
Senegalese sculptor.
Yeah, yeah.
She was described as the African Auguste Rodin. It's a sculpture of Hugo, which has now apparently been restored and made to look a lot blacker racially.
So this is the image of the statue of Victor Hugo there, and my understanding is that this was the statue created in 2003, and then it was restored and colorized, I suppose. And there you have it. And people pointed out that Victor Hugo wasn't black, but apparently what had happened is the artist hadn't actually painted him or intended this. It was that the council were described here as very woke and were erring on the side of caution, so they made him black.
So they did what Netflix do, and they just created something and just replaced everybody with black people to try and look good.
But there's an added dimension to this story, which is now, of course, that restored statue has been vandalised by white nationalists.
Which is frightening, because it's incited a reaction from a genuinely unpleasant, specifically French underbelly.
Yes.
And this is something I don't think we have in this country. We tend to beat ourselves up about race relations in this country, but in many ways they're far superior to how they are in the rest of
Lot more racism in France.
France particularly, it's frightening.
But they also, this is why Charlie Hebdo is continually attacking racists, because they have a real problem with that out there. But you have, they put, whoever this vandal was, put white paint over the black face of Victor Hugo and put a sign saying white power or something like that. So, and that's what the story's about. What a strange culture war story this is. Very complicated.
Yes, I mean, it's very, very interesting. I mean, I think maybe some of the emotions that are being inflamed on the far right, maybe we could dampen some of those emotions by not desecrating their culture. I don't know. I mean, this is the equivalent of showing a picture of Muhammad to a far right.
But surely the people responsible are the people who vandalised the statue. I mean, we can't say, well, they were goaded into doing it.
No, I'm not saying they're goaded, but they kind of were goaded. I mean, they're having their culture erased.
And we have historically made a habit of figuring Jesus, for instance, as being a bit more white than perhaps.
Yeah, but Victor Hugo was white. I mean, there's a bust of him by Rodin, actually, in the Guernsey Museum. It's a black bust. But he's not trying to say he was black. It's just that's the material he used to sculpt it.
Well, yeah, and this statue was black. Exactly. I don't know why they couldn't just leave it as the metal and not try and, do it with felt tips.
Was it the work of the artist herself to colour it in any way? I mean,
this is what is unclear from the article. My understanding from the article is that it wasn't colorised initially, or maybe it wasn't, it just degraded very, very quickly.
Perhaps.
They don't say, so the Times need to be a bit more detailed about their reporting.
If it was done gratuitously after the artist's death, then that's just absurd.
I mean, either way, the vandalism is unforgivable.